Hi, and welcome to Behind the Scenes with Axiom Medical. I'm your host, Jason McElhinney. If you're just joining us, this is a bi-weekly look at the people behind the scenes here at Axiom Medical that make the company tick. If you're returning, thanks for coming back. This week, we're going to talk to our Director of Talent Development, Miss Brandi Roberts. Brandi, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you doing, Jason?
I'm doing fantastic. We've got a bit of a cool front here in Houston, which means it's about 83 degrees instead of
Ah,
103 degrees, so things are good.
that's nice for you Houston guys.
Yeah. So, like I said, you're the director of talent development. I was wondering if maybe you could possibly introduce yourself,
Sure.
and what you currently do now, and then we'll jump into how you got here.
Absolutely. So in talent development, we work in conjunction with business services. So that's kind of in line with human resources and also with legal department. So we work with a lot of the training as well as onboarding. We try to help with any type of development issues that we may have. So just trying to work to better services across all of Axiom, actually.
Fantastic. And you are also a registered nurse. Is that
Hmm.
correct?
Yep.
So you've worn a few different hats. You walk us through how long have you been in Axiom, and where did you start?
Sure. I started Axiom in June of 2008 and started as just an incident case manager. So started on the phone lines here at Axiom, then worked into an assistant team lead, and then shortly afterwards started training. So I've been training or within some facet of training with Axiom for the past 10, 11 years.
Fantastic. And your department has grown, shrunk, grown, and now it's grown with the same rate that the company has grown. We recently hit the 500 mark, having dripped down to
Crazy.
150 a year and a half ago. Um, One of the things I always liked about your department was when we worked in the office, we always had Halloween decorations, and your
Right.
team always seemed to always come in first. And I was wondering if maybe you just wanted to talk about, some of the Halloween decorations that you guys had in the past, and why you're so good at it, and do
Well,
you miss it?
I think the team misses it for sure. For sure. One of the things is we did a lot of decorating for Mardi Gras and for Halloween. We have to be really creative when you're training, especially when you're training adults, because it's boring. People don't want to go into training all the time. So being able to get in there and use your creative side, I think that is a plus for us, especially when you're decorating for Halloween. So I think, and we had a member of the team that was super interested in the horror films. So I think that was something that got us over the hump and over the edge.
Yeah, and for some of the people that have followed us on social media in the past, we have some live videos that we did a couple years in a row of our Halloween decorations in the office. And Brandy's team always went over and above everyone else. That their decorations were crazy, and yes, definitely some horror fans on the team. Fantastic stuff. So let's talk about your team for a second. So
Sure.
you've got a few people on your team, some that have been with the company, some that are just starting out. I was wondering if maybe wanted to shower some praises on some of the people that work with you.
Absolutely. So we have Chris Cruz. He is our corporate trainer. He's been with us almost 5 years. He's a great guy, a veteran, and has just been a great member of the team and really a go-to guy. Another member of our team is Steph Matahi. She's been with us for 2 years now. She's on the clinical side, and she is really responsible for taking care of onboarding of the nursing staff and anything training-wise on that clinical side. We're hiring right now. We're looking for more of a short-term role for helping us develop our onboarding systems into more of an on-demand system instead of having to do that in a in person or an instructor led. So we're growing now, which is fun and interesting. So we'll be able to develop some cool and fun stuff with that.
That's great. And if anyone out there is interested, it's axiomllc.com/careers. We have that position plus a ton of other positions out there. We're constantly
Absolutely.
hiring. So let's talk about, your progression in Axiom, but you had a bit of a hiccup last year, and I don't want that to sound like it was a bad thing. You had a very interesting mid 2020. I was wondering if maybe you wanted
I
to walk
did.
us through that.
I happened to be on the phone with Dara Wheeler, our chief marketing officer, one day, and she's like, "Man, I need somebody who can you help me write some stuff up I got to send somebody out to LA to help out the show The Voice. It's only going to be for a couple of weeks." At the time, my daughter was in San Diego, living in San Diego, and I was like, "I'll do it. Just send me out there. We'll take care of it." And she's like, "Really? You would do that?" I'm like, "Sure. We'll just go out there." So that really ended up being going out there for I don't remember, Jason. It might have been 6+ months. And we ended up starting a whole different service line for us with Axiom. It definitely was a group effort, a team effort. It has turned into something that is pretty amazing, and I have to say that is something so cool about Axiom is you never know. As a nurse, I never in my wildest dreams thought that I would be standing on the set of The Voice or having meetings with lawyers or the legal teams with different studios, talking about how they can go back to filming and how they can go back to production safely during COVID. So Axiom is it's just unique in the fact that we're just pivotal in finding the niche areas where we can go in and help and do the right thing and do good. And then we just go in with a force and make it happen. We learned from it, and I was happy to toss those reins over and let the professionals take it from there. But it was an experience I won't soon forget.
And yeah, I mean, it was odd to see on this side, to see you and Tony, who I'd interviewed a few weeks ago, kind of jump
Mhm.
and just drive that thing forward, and to see where it is now. And back in April, May, autumn, Brennan, who I interviewed last time, we went out to California to film a bunch of stuff, get some interviews down, but also visit some sets. And
Mhm.
it's great to see, for people that aren't familiar with productions, you're kind of in this world. Everybody's kind of forced into this world for a short amount of time, and we all need to get along, and we all need to sort of be each other's friends. And it was great to see how well Axiom integrated into these productions and how easily it was able for us to kind of fit into that sort of odd family reunion kind of atmosphere that productions are. We visited the Oscars set, the Oscars party set, and Roger Ubina, one of our health and safety supervisors, was bringing empanadas. I mean, everybody loved Roger, and whenever he would go through a safety talk in the morning, people listened, which was great.
Yeah.
So you guys definitely set the foundation for us to be successful out there. So thank you for that.
I just have to say there are no harder working people than the people in that industry. I think sometimes they get a bad rap just for every industry has some bad seeds in it. But I met some people that were just salt of the earth, just I mean work hard and work hard hours and hard days. And Axiom staff was amazing out there as well. So kudos to both groups because they've come together and just made something great out of just really an idea that just came to be.
Yeah, and there was a couple times last year where we had to pivot, or something came up that we just sort of jumped on to kind of help things out. And that, what you guys set up, the whole team set up in California, and how it's prospered is just really amazing. We're kind of integrated into a lot of different things. We've got an office out there now. It's just been wild to watch. So I understand that you're a sports fan. Is that correct?
I am. I am a rabid collegiate football fan, and I also love the NFL football as well. I'm learning now that I live out on the East Coast. I am learning to become a baseball fan. I have a nephew who is a crazy Red Sox fan, so I'm learning to really get into professional baseball, but my heart lies in collegiate football.
Well, as a fan of baseball, go Blue Jays. Let's hope the Red Sox lose all of the rest of their remaining games.
No, can't say that, Jason.
And so college football, you're a UT fan, I take it?
No, I'm not a UT fan. I am an OSU, Oklahoma State University Cowboy football fan. That is one of my college alma maters. Love that team. Did go to school at OU as well. I don't claim that school. I am not a Sooners fan. I do not wear crimson and cream. It is orange forever. So
Fantastic. And NFL team, what are we talking here?
Dallas Cowboys, man. Being from Oklahoma, we had two choices. Since we didn't have our own team, you either, well, maybe three, two. It was either Dallas Cowboys or you were in Kansas. So Dallas Cowboys it is. I'm married to a diehard, what are they now? The Washington football team.
Yeah.
Is that what they are now?
So
Thanksgiving for the past 30 years has always been pretty interesting at our house because the two shall not get along on that day.
Well, as we say in Houston, Dallas is in southern Oklahoma. So
yeah. Well, no.
So what does the future hold for Brandi Roberts?
Oh man, the immediate future is we're supposed to have just a fabulous fall showing here on the East Coast because we've had so much rain. So hopefully some really great hiking with the fall foliage. And then maybe within the next year, depending on what COVID holds for us, my husband and I both have big birthdays. So we want to go to Iceland for his birthday. And I really want to go to Santorini for mine. We won't say which birthdays they are, but they're big birthdays. So
30th, the 30th birthday.
Yeah, 21st.
21st. Oh, I apologize. I didn't mean to insult you.
21st birthday.
I've been wanting to go to Iceland myself and the Faroe Islands for a long time, but that'll be in the future.
Matt is he loves photography. That's one of his pastimes, and so he's wanted to go to Iceland for a long time to practice up. So
there's a lot of opportunities there for some amazing photos.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to share with us before we wrap up?
No, I think that's it. Just keep an eye out on us, I mean, Axiom is just, you never know. It's like the gift that keeps on giving. We just keep on keeping on. In the 13 years that I've been here, it never ceases to amaze me. And I think that's what keeps me excited about Axiom, and it keeps me excited about the mission. And we do have a feel-good mission, as Mark, our CEO, says. And it sounds corny, but it's cool to work for a company that has a feel-good mission, and it's a good team. So
I completely agree.
I think that's it.
I've been with the company almost 4 years, and the fact that we help people is great. But the fact that we're always constantly evolving and adding new things and challenging ourselves in ways that, a lot of us may not be comfortable with, keeps a lot of people coming back. And that's great. Once again, axiomllc.com/careers. We've got a ton of jobs open. And
yeah, check us out.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you, Brandi. I really appreciate it. And
thanks, Jason.
We'll talk to you down the road.
Appreciate you. Have a good one, guys.
You too.